Is this the one?
Yes, 1531.
Yes. So we'll go ahead. Okay. So let's read this one. Who wants to read? Little bit zoom. You should need to zoom a little bit, Rakesh Prabhu. Is it fine? Yeah, it's good. Okay, who wants to read? Rajesh Prabhu or someone else who wants to read?
May I read, Prabhuji?
Please, Sansalpati Prabhu. So happy to see you. Only thing is, I am out of Dwarka. This time, because I came to Delhi Dwarka, Krishna did not allow me to go to his Dwarka. We are almost close in Porbandar, but I had to go this side to Somnath. So I may not get a chance to go to the Gujarat Dwarka this time, Krishna's Dwarka. But Somnath was really beautiful, Prabhu. Went to Balika Kshetra where Krishna left last, hunter thing. That place, Prabhas Kshetra is there. So it's really nice. Wonderful
So,
time
Prabhu, we
ahead.
are going through Hare Krishna, Prabhu. We are going through Narada Muni glories, and you are roaming like Narada Muni, going to everywhere.
I'm roaming like Narada Muni, not like devotee like Narada Muni.
Yeah, Prabhu, where are you right now, Prabhu?
Rajkot.
Rajkot already. Okay, okay, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, hardly had any sleep. Came at 2:30 in the night, midnight, early morning, and then directly went to Mangalarti chanting, and then now here. It's going like,
Yeah,
you know how it goes in Rajkot, right?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay,
Yes.
so let's
Yeah.
start
Thank
the
you.
sloka.
ज्ञानं गुह्यतमं यत्तत् साक्षात् भगवतोदितम् अन्ववोचन् गमिष्यन्त कृपया दीनवत्सला.
Super. So please read the word for word, Prabhu. Some very beautiful words are there.
Jnanam, knowledge. Guhyatamam, most confidential. Yat, what is. Tat, that. Sakshat, directly. Bhagavat Uditam, propounded by the Lord Himself. Anvavochan, gave instruction. Gamisyantah, while departing from. Kripaya, by causeless mercy. Deen Vatsala, those who are very kind to the poor and meek.
Actually, this sloka we read last week, correct?
Yes, Prabhu.
Rajesh Prabhu.
Yes, yes. Today we have to start 31.
But we can read the translation. Prabhu, please go ahead and read the translation, Prabhu.
As they were leaving, those Bhakti Vedants who are very kind to poor hearted souls instructed me in that most confidential subject which is instructed by the personality of Godhead Himself.
So this most confidential subject, remember we discussed about this?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Rakesh Prabhu, do you remember? What did we talk about the most confidential thing? Yeah, we discussed about a few places where this word is used. Actually, we read from just one second. We read from 9.2, right? We were halfway through. So who knows where we stopped? Maybe we'll have to continue reading from that purport.
9.2.
I have to open Gita.
9.2 we had read.
Yeah.
No,
9.2.
Bhagavad Gita 9.2.
Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavad Gita. Open another window, Rakesh Prabhu. What were the slokas that we said? 2-3 slokas that we said, no? That were referring to the confidential ones. Did anybody note that?
9.2 BG.
9, not 10. You are opening 10.
9 point.
We
2.9.31 also we noted.
Yes, Mataji. Thank you, Kamarani Mataji.
Yes.
2.2931. That was just before the Chaturshloki Bhagavatam, correct? And there is one more, the 11th canto, remember? Anyway, let's read this. Which one? Which one are you opening, Prabhu? Which one is this now? Okay, you are in 9th chapter, but it is verse number 31 you have gone to. Go to 9.2.
9.2. Where did we stop? Purport we stopped somewhere in the middle, I think, no, Prabhu?
Yeah, we stopped in the middle actually. Your screen is not changing. I don't know.
Great stress on the body.
Yeah, I have to go to which text exactly? Is it text
Second
W1 or-
verse.
Oh, okay, that is, sorry. This one, right?
Yeah, in this there was, we went up through halfway through in the purport.
Okay.
We had finished the first verse, Prabhu. We were going to do the second verse in this paragraph.
Yeah.
The Bhagavad Gita especially, I think, from there.
Yes, that was, so someone please read from there.
The Bhagavad Gita, especially from the second chapter on, stresses the importance of the soul. In the very beginning, the Lord says that this body is perishable and that the soul is not perishable. Antavanta ime deha nityasyokta sharirinaha. That is a confidential part of knowledge. Simply knowing that the spirit soul is different from this body and that its nature is immutable, indestructible, and eternal. But that gives no positive information about the soul. Sometimes people are under the impression that the soul is different from the body and that when the body is finished or one is liberated from the body, the soul remains in a void and becomes impersonal. But actually, that is not the fact. How can the soul, which is so active within this body, be inactive after being liberated from the body? It is always active. If it is eternal, then it is eternally active, and its activities in the spiritual kingdom are the most confidential part of spiritual knowledge. These activities of the spirit soul are therefore indicated here as constituting the king of all knowledge, the most confidential part of all knowledge.
See how beautifully Prabhupada brought on that confidential part of all knowledge. Right here, he is telling that the Bhagavad Gita message also in this, Krishna is telling 9th chapter, 2nd verse, that this chapter is titled Rajavidya Raja Yoga, right? The king of all knowledge.
God.
So this is the knowledge which differentiates between body and the soul. And this differentiating the activities of the body and activities of soul is the real confidential knowledge. But it doesn't stop just by differentiating body's activity, soul's activity like that. It is also telling what all things that it should do, the soul should do to reach the ultimate spiritual kingdom. There, when you go, what and all you will do. That is the knowledge, confidential knowledge. Rajesh Prabhu, I told this earlier in our Sankalpa retreat, also one of the retreats, that when I met Aarti after a long time, I asked her only one question about when she asked about the impersonal liberation and all that. I asked her, she's our common friend for others who may not know her. She's our common, I mean, our friend, my school friend, and Rajesh's son goes to their class, the Shloka class and all. So they were also following the impersonal path. So I asked only one question that when you say you merge and you go there and you will be free of all these issues or whatever challenges that we have faced in this life, material life, what will you do there? We know what we are doing, right, in the spiritual world, but what exactly you will do in that impersonal thing? So when I asked her, she really went into a thinking mode. This is a wonderful question. I've never thought about it at all. I kept thinking I will merge, but I never asked what will I do after merging there. Till now, I keep asking her, did you get an answer for that in the other side? Is in very kind enough to say that it too. So the thing is, in the place where Krishna's spiritual eternal pastimes are not revealed, you don't have any activity for the soul after liberation, basically. That is the biggest challenge. And that's why Prabhupada is questioning here beautifully that it is so active within this body. See, you keep the soul away and the body is completely dead. It doesn't even move. So, like I'm moving my hand, I'm moving my body, I'm speaking, everything is happening because the soul is inside the body. The moment the soul is out, then none of these things will happen. Right? So you see how much powerful the soul is, what and all it is doing. And what does it mean? The body is nothing without the soul. It is dead without the soul. It cannot have any feeling, expression, any activity, movement, nothing it can have. So that which is making a dead thing also is active. How can it become inactive as soon as the dead thing is removed? So the point here is those people who are propounding that the soul will merge and it has nothing to do after that, etc., etc. They have a problem to answer. They have a question to answer here, and they don't have an answer for that, right? So such an active principle, how can it become suddenly inactive? So if you're saying that the soul is active within the body, but once the body is removed from the soul, then the soul becomes inactive, then what you're actually saying is that it's the body that was active, body is one that has life, soul does not have life. So it's a body that makes move, whatever.
So, yeah.
You understood that point?
Explain.
Correct?
Yes, Prabhu.
So that is the wrong concept. If that is the case, then the body is being burnt, it just turns into warm ashes, whatever. So that's a Prabhupada is asking a beautiful question. How can the soul, which is so active within this body, be inactive after being liberated from the body? How can it be suddenly inactive? See, someone who is working for 60 years, he retires from the job. How will they be at home? They will always want to do something, right? At home also they will want to, because they're so active in the office, right? They come home, they will not have work to do. So they will always want to do something, cleaning this, removing this, doing that, this, that, etc. Whatever, they will want to do something or other because they don't know how to fill the time. So if a body who lived for 60 years, he has to go through this thing. One who lives for so long, that so eternally, how can it be suddenly become inactive?
No.
So that is our question.
Mm.
We have to answer. It's a very logical question, isn't it? So the what is that? Where is it? It is not here. It is always active. If it is eternal, then it is eternally active. And its activities in the spiritual kingdom are the most confidential part of spiritual knowledge. Now, after realizing that this body and soul, it's a soul that is active, body is not active, then The soul in connection with Krishna. That is the in connection with its master, the Paramatma. That forms the subject matter of entire Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam is nothing but Krishna and his devotees. So when we say soul, then we are talking about devotees, because soul means spiritual. Devotees are on the spiritual platform. So that particular knowledge about the relationship between the Atma and the Paramatma, or the soul and the super soul, can be understood only by those who first of all understand that the body is active because of the soul, not the other way around. You got the point? So what Prabhupada is saying here is that once you understand this concept, that the soul is the active principle, body is a dead inert material, and then you will be introduced into the knowledge of the relationship between Krishna and his the jivas.
So we should not stop at thinking that body is different, soul is different. Even if you understand the body is active because of the soul, that should not end there. After the body leaves, what does the soul do? What are its activities? So that is the knowledge. Is that so, Prabhu?
Exactly, Mataji. Beautifully you put it. So it's not enough just to say body is different, soul is different. We have to know what is the activities of the soul. Only then we can do those activities in this world itself. While being in this world itself, we can do those activities. Like, see, I mean, I hardly had a sleep for so many days, and I'm able to sit and talk. How I'm able to have that energy. Just one second. 1 second. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Sorry, it's getting calls now. So yeah, the only when we know what are the activities of the soul, can we practice them in this life, isn't it? If I don't know what are the activities of the soul, how can I practice it here? Like I was just telling, I don't know how this body is working, but with very less sleep, because of the energy among the devotees. Yesterday we had an amazing uproarious kirtans and programs, and we started at 10:30 in the night from Somnath. It was a 4 hours drive. We reached Rajkot at 2 o'clock, and I had to get up in just 1 hour for Mangalarti, 4:30, 4:30. Then it was just going on continuously without any stop. The same thing if I am in some other group or in some other association, I might have just felt, oh my God, this is too much. I just want to rest. So what is that differentiating between these activities and something else? Because the taste is there for these activities when we do, then doesn't worry about the tiredness or fatigue or whatever. Because this is activities of the soul. Body is dead. The soul is acting so actively that the body has to just move along, Frankly speaking, body cannot think that I am tired. Can the body think? Because it is an inert object, isn't it? It's only the mind that is thinking I am tired. Yes or no?
Yes, Prabhu.
So if you don't bring the mind in between, then the soul, and if the soul says, see, body is my property. I mean, in other words, when will you say something is your property?
Then you can control or have hold on that or something.
Without you, if it gets destroyed, it means it is your property. Can you say like that?
Without you, no. But we don't have any such thing, no, Prabhu.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
So
Why we don't have
because the
anything?
spirit soul, it is able to say that, no, because it is eternal and spiritual, the soul has that hold on the body or whatever it is. But as a body, we don't have any hold on
No,
anything.
Mataji, I made a simple definition about what is your
Yes.
property. I said that if you're not there, if that object gets destroyed, it means it is not your property. Sorry, sorry, I'll rephrase it again. I put it
Yeah.
again. If you're not there and if that object is destroyed, then that is your property.
Yeah.
Can we say like this? Just think over it and let me know. Take some examples and then you tell me. It can be wrong also. I'm just trying to brainstorm here.
Prabhuji, if I am not there means temporary I am not there or after death?
No, in any object you take, if I'm not there, if it gets destroyed, then it is my property. If I'm not there and it is not destroyed, then it is not my property. This is
like,
a
if we
premise
are
that I'm
not,
putting. Just think over it and let me know.
like if I am not there, my house is still there. Somebody will take hold
No,
of
but
that
somebody can
property.
destroy it. No, somebody can
Yes.
bring a bulldozer and finish it.
Yeah. So if my body is not there, it is only the soul which cannot be destroyed.
Yes.
That is in the
No.
body.
If I am not there, if I am not there, and if it can be destroyed, then it is my property. If the soul goes away, then the body automatically gets destroyed.
It's destroyed.
Even if
So
you
the
don't
soul,
burn it, automatically you leave it, it will be decayed, correct?
yeah, decayed, yes, bro. So our
Right?
body is the property of the soul.
So soul is telling mind that the body is my property. This body is my property, not your property. So you please keep away from here. I will handle the proper body. I will handle my property. And then soul tells the body that you are not tired, just keep on doing. Then the body will keep on working. Correct?
Yes, bro.
On the other hand, this guy mind is a tenant. He comes in between. And he tells that, no, I will tell the body, I have to take care of it. And he goes and tells the body, no, don't act now. You just be quiet, be relaxed, take some rest. Then the body will say, okay, you are telling the good thing for me and it want to rest. Body will just do what the mind say.
So, but the
But the
mind
soul,
also cannot be destroyed, no, Prabhu. Mind,
it's subtle body.
subtle body, yeah.
It carries the impressions.
Yeah, carries the impressions of subtle body, yes.
And in fact, it is not even the mind. Mind is being asked to tell by the false ego. The false ego is the one that says that you are tired, you are fatigued, you need some rest, you do this, you do that, etc., etc. It gives all this material logic. But soul does not know anything to do with the material thing. It doesn't understand the material concept at all. That is why Prabhupada, the standard on the transcendental platform, he could translate books till so late and could run for years together with just 1-2 hours of sleep on the whole day. Sometimes we may work late and we may get up early and we had very less sleep. But what we do is we compensate for it by sleeping in the afternoon or some 1 or 2 hours nap we take and body gets refreshed. Right?
So if we do some material activity, then our body gets tired and our mind. But if it is a spiritual activity like what you have gone through, then
So,
the body. Yeah.
So when I say material activity and spiritual activity, you have to define it clearly. What is a material
The bodily
activity?
and spiritual activity
Everything
involving
is a
both
bodily
of.
activity. No, Mataji, everything is a bodily activity for that matter. You are using the body, right? Everything is a bodily activity. I mean, if you see it that way.
You using the body.
You have to define what is a material activity. You have to define
sense
what is a material
activity. Sense gratificatory activities.
Sense gratificatory. Okay, tell me.
That is
Okay,
material.
sense gratificatory means, you see,
Going for a movie
when we say
or playing cards, something
means,
like that.
yeah, just pleasing myself, my senses, my mind, pleasing this, not pleasing the Atma. That is what is material activity,
Yes.
right? Normal prescribed duties are not material activity if it is done with Krishna conscious, with a Krishna conscious attitude.
Yes.
So that is where we have to be clear. Material activity, what is spiritual activity?
So
Now
the
we got it.
example you were saying, no, Prabhu, that which cannot be destroyed in my absence. So for the body, is there anything like that?
Yeah, see, body it is not. That's why I said, see that now soul is there, body is there.
Yes.
If the soul is taken out of the body gets destroyed.
Yes, yes, Prabhu.
Which means the body is a
Property
the
of the
body is
soul.
under the control of the body is under the control of soul.
Absolutely. Yes, Prabhu.
You got it?
Yes, Prabhu. And that's all.
Whereas suppose someone else is, or I say suppose, take the example of the house only, right? If suppose the owner is there, but the tenant is inside there in that house. If the tenant leaves, the house is still there. On the other hand, if someone else is, I mean, you take this way that the tenant is thinking that it is my property, whereas it is actually owned by someone else. So that owner tells this tenant that you leave now, I need to use it myself. If that person leaves and if the property is still not destroyed, it means it is not his property.
Okay, okay. Yeah. Now it's
Now
clear.
you got it?
Yes,
What was
Prabhu.
my premise?
Yeah. Mm.
Right?
So we
So
need
this
we
is,
need so much of information to understand, Prabhu. You had the
that's,
patience.
you need to use some examples. Suppose I'm taking a bike, somebody's bike, and then I go and come back, and then I give it back to him. Now that person takes it and he uses it. He is the owner.
Yes.
So I cannot claim that that bike is mine because after I leave also it is still there intact. Correct?
Yeah.
Because the owner is protecting it. The real owner. I am thinking that I am the owner, but the real owner is protecting it. Correct?
Yes.
Whereas if I am the owner of something, my own bike, and if I leave it somewhere and go to some vacation or something without locking it or without protecting it, easily someone else can come and destroy it. Correct?
Yes. Prabhu.
Because
Yeah.
there is no other owner. No one else will come and claim that I have to protect this motorbike. Right?
Yes.
So how to identify that you are the one who is the foundation or whatever you want to call it. You can say you are the owner of the property temporarily. I mean, in that way. This is when your thing is not destroyed when you are not there. But when you are destroyed, when you're not there, when it is destroyed and you're not there, that's when that property is yours.
Yes. On this.
And said that, right? So let's think through this and maybe you can come with examples where this premise may be violated or does not stand true. Then we will rephrase this premise if that was that is that way, you know. So the reason I was telling is that the soul is the one which is the substantially protecting the body, really. So the mind does not have any, mind is like the tenant basically. So it cannot claim any ownership or proprietorship over the body.
Yeah.
So mind will go and tell the body that, hey, you are too tired, don't do this. You know, you will become, you will burn out, this, that, and all. But soul will not understand that concept at all. It will say, what tiredness, man? What logic? What are you telling? I am awake all 24 hours. You have to just, you are just yantra running Maya. You have to just work. Then it will tell the body, keep on working, keep on working. So as long as the mind does not come in between, the body is only an instrument, engine, mechanical engine. So the soul will not feel tiredness of the material life. Body will not feel the tiredness also because it is jada. So it's a mind that is with the mind with the false ego that is thinking that I am tired, I am tired. And for that we have to give rest. And pure saints like Prabhupada, they don't have any influence of the mind in their in their life, so they can just keep going on without any rest. So the soul is directly handling the body. Does that help now? Understand that?
Yes.
Nice. Okay, that is why Prabhupada is bringing this concept here. The difference between the body and the soul. Yes, Chanchalpati Prabhu, I saw you raising. Yes.
When you are asking what is material, in between you are asking which activity is material, which is spiritual. I wanted to ask one thing, Prabhuji. When we attend Bhagavatam class in temple, sometimes Bhagavatam class extends for a long duration. So sometimes we are in the class, we like it, but sometimes there is mind that this class is extending too long. When will it end? When will it end? So these two, how we will see it? Same Bhagavatam class.
Maybe because of two reasons. One is that speaker may not be connecting as much with the people, so that it becomes even a 20 minutes class looks like a extended class in that case. You don't have to do it for 1.5 to 2 hours also, right? If he's speaking logic and making them think, because Bhagavatam involves lot of vichar and Prabhu thinking, right? Supatan and Vicharan Paru, right? So when you are not given that food for thought in the Bhagavatam class, then it will become a little bit boring, or when we will start looking at the watch and other things. That is one side of it. The other side of it is that the hearer may be not in the right consciousness while hearing.
So I think question was like, for 1 hour we are enjoying. We don't even feel it boring. But after that, so is the first half of this thing is spiritual, and is the second half material activity? I think that is what he wanted to know.
No, who Chanchalpati Prabhu you are saying?
Somebody which Chanchalpati Prabhu only asked this question, like, for 1 hour we are enjoying, after that we are looking at the time we want to go. So maybe I presume his intention was, are these two spiritual activities, or first half where you are totally involved in Bhagavatam class is spiritual, but the next half where you are looking comes a material one. Is there any difference between these two? First half of this thing.
You answered it. You answered it yourself, I think, Mataji. Because when you are really involved, you won't look at the time. You will not even feel like you have passed that much time. Correct?
Yes, Prabhu, that's true.
Rajesh Prabhu, how many times it happened in Sankalpa retreat that we said we will discuss only for 1.5 hours, and we went on for 3+ hours?
Every time, Prabhu.
Every time. You are too cruel, Prabhu. You are too cruel. Every time our hosts Aarti and Bala will say that attention span will be difficult, so we have to keep it not more than 1.5 hours. But they themselves will be sitting for 2.5 or 3 hours with a lot of questions and everything, isn't it? I won't say every time. It will say, I will say probably say 70-80% of the time. I want to be a bit conservative. Why is that? Because when the subject matter is very involved thing, you are too much involved in that activity, then you will not even think that this time is passing. When that same thing looks like, it's, oh my God, it is dragging on like anything, when will it stop? Then it means that my mind is, my absorption is not there, which means my mind is still not involved in it.
Yes, Prabhu, the other reason also is these online classes we are attending in our home or office setup. right? Where there is some external stimuli that is triggering our distraction. That is not happening in Sankalpa because there is no phone signal also in that forest.
Correct, but one other important signal is that our body will give hunger signal, will give sleep signal. Those signals are also there, no, not just the phone signal. Many times we even forget that we have to eat and we were going on for 2-3 hours easily, right?
Yeah. And again, I think
Right,
that is
the spiritual energy is powering us, so we are not forgetting food.
Exactly. That's the point I was trying to come to. The soul, when it overpowers the mind and takes control of the body and acts in whatever way it wants, the body just keeps going on, doesn't have any problem. But the moment mind enters in, it takes ownership, says, no, 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 you are misusing my body too much. I have to take rest. I have to do this, I have to do that. So that it's all at the end of the day.
On
Yes,
that
Mataji.
note, I want to get your point on that. There is so much in current study, even in our workplace, we are trained on importance of rest, proper sleep, and everything. Is that
Frankly speaking, they are giving frankly speaking, they are giving all these things because they know that that subject itself is boring. They have to somehow or other keep the people with some energy. That's why they are trying to tell that, you don't overburn yourself. I mean, don't work too much. You just do it this much. Work-life balance, this, that, and all they say. But actually, where is the work-life balance for Prabhupada? Tell me. Who will work like mad, like 22 hours a day? Those who are in the Atma platform, for them this mind has no controlling power.
Okay.
Makes sense?
Yeah. It's ideal that we choose. That determines the energy that is powering.
Yes. Even the people who are on the mundane platform, they also have some idea. Like, say, for example, NRN works for so many hours. He says people should work for 70 hours, etc. And he achieved some big things in his life. It's true. Tata, Birla, all these people, all of them have achieved some big things in their lives. Right? So that subject became the whole passionate thing that they had to do. Because they were so absorbed passionately in it, they are not, at least to some extent, they don't feel the body interfering in their activities, body's tiredness and all. But it can't last forever because the everlasting happiness is not available in those the mundane activities. Where there is no Krishna, the energy cannot stay there. The enthusiasm cannot stay forever. That's why it stops after some time. See, they all retire after some time, isn't it? But did Prabhupada ever retire? Or did any of our acharyas retire after so and so date? No,
Prabhu.
Why?
No.
Prabhupada started at 70. And then went on until 80 plus. Who will work like that? We are retiring at 58 and 60. I mean, ideally speaking. Even these days, people are retiring even much faster. Makes sense, right?
Even now,
Yes, Mother.
even my Guru Maharaj, Bhakti Raghava Swami Maharaj, with his crutches, with his one leg, he tours untiringly. He does so many things, Prabhu. I'm in awe. Where does he get so much energy from? We never see him tired at all.
Yeah.
So they have that spiritual
Every
energy.
one of them, how are they so much, extending themselves? Correct?
Yes, Prabhu.
So this is the reason that I was telling, let's read the next paragraph. So here, the confidential part of the knowledge that Prabhupada is talking about is that you differentiate the activities of the soul from the activities of the body, and you also see who is the controller of who. It's not the body that is controlling the soul, it's the soul that is controlling the body, because it's because of the soul's potency, that energy, that it is spread throughout the body and looking like it is active. In Ganges, when I was there last week, yeah, around the same time I was there last week actually. Yeah. So I could see the sunlight is falling on the rivers and it is shining. The river doesn't have that shine. But where is it coming from? It's coming from the sun. On its own, it doesn't have shine. Same way, body is also active because of the presence of the soul. The moment the sun is gone, there won't be any shine in the river. Same way, the moment the Atma is gone, the body will not move, will not be active. So that is the point we have to understand with the confidential point of knowledge. That the body is working because of the presence of the soul. So when we know what is the activity of the soul, all of the Prabhu Mataji, that I'm moving this hand. What will you think? His body is moving. I'm moving like this. You will say, what will you say? Oh, his body is moving. But actually, is it the body that is moving? The soul that is moving, making the body to move. Yes or no?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes.
So
So when the
we are wrongly looking at the activity of the body, so activity of the soul as activity of the body. This moving is actually activity of the soul, not the body.
yes, Prabhu.
Moving like this, whatever activity that I'm speaking, this is also activity of the soul, not the body. So we have to identify and understand that which is the activity of the soul, which is the activity of the body, or the mind. Then our thing begins. Go here. So this is one of the important aspects of the confidential knowledge. That's why Prabhupada is giving so much importance to this particular mission. Yeah, sure. It's a very, very vital thing to know. And that's why Prabhupada put so much of his energy into this knowledge. Explaining this knowledge. Just think of it. How amazing this point is. Just in this one line. Okay.
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay.
It is
So
very,
let's do
very
one thing.
difficult to comprehend. So
No,
deep.
that's why I'm telling. That's why I'm telling.
Yes, Prabhu.
This is something where you have to go back, think through this with several examples, and then try to understand whether this concept is practicable or is applicable. So this you have to go into see each and every example. Like suppose you are cooking, you are watching TV, or you are going to some shop. Everything you should analyze and see like this, whether it is activity of the body or activity of the soul. And whether it is activity of the body or the soul is determined by the consciousness in which we are doing that activity. Because soul means consciousness. Okay. So what I will do is, we will not go to the next paragraph today. I have to go out some place, devotees. So we'll stop here. It's anyway close to 1 p.m. We were doing anyway for 1 hour. It's probably say 45 minutes today, bit short. But let's stop here, and you please go back and think through with this premises that which you have given. What do you call that as that? The statements, no? Formulas or statements, and see if anywhere we are missing the this point, or I mean, if this thing proves wrong, the statement was proven wrong. Any examples? I will leave it to you to do at your own personal time, and then let's get back and discuss on these points. Okay. So I will stop here. Then Krishna willing will catch up soon. Okay. Discussions on further points and questions and all will be taken up after you all come up with your own internalization of this point and see whether it is really working through that way. That body is just a machine, soul is the one making, doing everything, all those kind of things. Whether we are able to apply through some principles and examples and understand this principle. Okay. Okay, I'll stop here, Prabhu's Mataji's. Krishna willing will catch up soon.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you. Thank you for joining in on a rescheduled time. I did not expect this many people also to join because you see, Sundays devotees are usually busy, but really nice that you all came over. Thank you so much, Prabhu's Mataji's. This week might be a bit difficult to have our weekly this thing, but I will see when the day comes closer. I will let you know whether we are able to do it or not. Our Prabhupada Smaranam and the weekly, in the weekday Bhagavatam, Bhagavatam, all that. Okay, we'll stop here. Krishna willing, we'll continue next week. Okay. Thank you very much, Prabhu.